He's fantastic. He comes all the way from Melbourne just to play for us. Yeah, a lot of acts when they come into state, they won't come unless they can get another night within a day or two to make it worthwhile. But Simon comes when we ask, which is fantastic. Thank you. He's such a classic act. He's starting to tear up already. Look at him. And look at this. I've got my own mic. Finally made it in the world of MCs. I've finally got my own mic. Anyway, let's hear it for Simon Phillips.
Sunlight, Port Phillip Bay. It's winter morning. The city cannon fishing boats. The sun is dawning. There's a middle-aged woman on an iPhone. Strutting past me, I can't hear all of what she's saying there, but she gonna make him see. Out of the blue, I know what to do. Out of the blue, I feel something new. There's a boy and his father in their footy scarves, sit out on the park seat, a bottle of juice, a coffee cup, a paper to read. There's a little girl crying in the playground, 'cause her mama's gotta go. So many things on her mama's mind, she doesn't even know. They're out of the blue, I know what to do. They're out of the blue, feel something new. Out of the blue, yeah, yeah. I know what to do. Out of the blue, I feel something new. Thank you. If you having a good night tonight, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you all say managed investment funds.
Managed investment.
Sorry. Wrong gig. I don't get to play these gigs too often, folks. It's a real privilege and an honour to be able to tell you a couple of stories, if that's all right. This little one's about my grandma. Bless her heart. She passed away at the age of 97. Almost made it to a century. And my pop's name was Jack, and her name was Irene. And this little song that I wrote for her funeral when she passed. It was just at the very end of COVID there. And A couple of things about Irene. Very staunch, strong woman. She worked actually in Parliament House during World War II, transcribing telegrams, and etc., etc. And Pop was a farmer. He was about to inherit a farm down in deep southwest, Western Australia. That's where my mother grew up. So anyway, they went on the first date, Jack and Irene. And I think that Jack was a little bit hot for her. Because apparently he drove her all the way home at the end of the date in second gear the whole way. Anyway, he was going to inherit the farm, and because his dad died when he was very, very young, he was the only man on the farm, or the only boy and the only man on the farm. So his mother really wanted him to stick around, but he really wanted to go to war. He wanted to join the Air Force and fly planes. Eventually, she said yes, so he went to Canada, just probably about 1945 or 46 or something, whenever. They were just at the very end of the war. So he was about to fly some planes out, and then the war finished. But Grandma was always writing her letters, and she'd write these letters and put them in the post box. One day she was at the post office with her best friend, and her best friend said, "Okay, what did you write in this letter?" And she said, "Well, just nice things." And she said, "Oh, stuff that." She snatched the envelope, planted a massive kiss with lipstick on the back of the envelope, and shoved it in the post box before she could touch it. So the rest was history, as you can imagine. And so I sometimes get a little bit emotional when I'm singing this song, and so I've just got a couple of lyric prompts. So I hope that's all right, because otherwise I forget the words. Well, a spark ignites on the very first night as Irene fell to the charm of an older boy from the Carrie Clay who was working on the farm. So excited, Jack was stuck in second gear as he drove her to her door. But that flame would burn as he said goodbye. Letters wrote from across the world as a formal courtship goes, until her friend grabbed the letter, placed a lipstick kiss on the back, and threw it in the post. We were writing our own story on this page that next depends. Well, the worst is just not knowing what happens in the end. Well, Jack's about to take on the Luftwaffe, flying planes out of Canada, and Irene transcribes a telegram. It's good news in Canberra. After 5 long years, Jerry's pulling back, and they're saying we won the war. And 2 months gone, on a fine clear day, Jack was standing at her door. We're all writing our own story on this page that next depends. Oh, the power and the glory when you get to write the end. As the years go by and Jack and Irene race for incredible girls, when the last one's gone, they can sail the farm and go traveling the world. Then one fateful night, Jack takes one last breath I'll wait for you. When you come to me, I'll hold you once more. We're all writing our own story on this place and next deep end. Oh, the power and the glory when you get to write the end. Now so long after a heart-filled life, making best of her time alone. Or stand here saying goodbye, Irene, you get to go home. We're all writing our own story on this place that next depends. Oh, the power and the glory when you get to write the end. We're all writing our own story on this place that next depends. Oh, the power and the glory, she gets to see Jack again. Rest in peace, Jack and Irene. We'll play a little medley here, sort of starting off somewhere in the Middle East, inspired by something that might be happening right now. And then I'm going to go into a song that's 400 years old, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tune, it's called She Begs You More. Thanks for listening. I'll tell you another quick story. This is a little tale about a little girl called Anna Lee. And if you want, you can sing along with this one. It's for any train drivers out there. Are there any train drivers in the room?
Not many trains around the northern beaches.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Well, I'm kind of glad, actually. You'll find out why. Chorus is Anna Lee, she just waiting for the train. If you want, you can sing that. I've just got to check this little instrument right here, ladies and gentlemen. This, by the way, this is the smallest guitar known to mankind. It's called a Cole Clark Little Lady. It's made just out of Melbourne, actually. And it's the only guitar I've ever been able to sort of take on a plane and put it up above my head. But it also has the added advantage of making me feel gigantic, which is a good thing for any man, really. So here we go. Anna Lee. Well, she never knew her dad too well. He left when she was 4. And Ma said it changed when he came back from the war. After that, the house was open. Many men came through, but not a man her Ma could hold on to. One man stuck around, but he was not the easy type. Sometimes with his sounds like screaming there at night. And no one had asked the questions of what was going down. That ain't the thing you do in a small town. And as kids we'd go walking down the railway line, chasing birds and throwing stones and games to pass the time. And as a train came by, she'd feel wind in her hair. How Anna Lee would drop everything and stop and stare. Anna Lee, she just waited for her train, coming to take her away. She can't start again. And the townsfolk thought it weird how she'd sit out on the tracks, watching trains and moving out and coming back. Wondering what she's doing, counting carriages all day long. And she'd stay up till the sunlight was long gone. She'd say, "Ma, when can we ride on that big old steam train? We'll find ourselves a new home, we can start again. Darling, right now we just can't afford, so no." But Anna Lee knew it's 'cause he wouldn't let them go. Anna Lee, she just waited for her train, coming to take her away. She can't start again, yeah. So then one night it all came to a head. They lay her mom in a hospital bed. He stole a car and left screaming out of town. She prayed for her mom to come around. thought to. Never stops in small towns, it just keeps on plowing through. Full speed pushing midnight, the track was dimly lit, and Anna Lee up and jumped in front of it. Well, Anna Lee, I didn't know what you were going through, but I'm glad that your train came for you. And I hope that you find your perfect place to be, somewhere in the mountains or by the sea. Anna Lee, she just waiting for the train coming to take her away. She can't start again. Anna Lee, she just waiting for her train coming to take her away. She can't start again. So, let me just tell you, I'm talking about the guitar here. Just brought one guitar along tonight. I do play a couple of other crazy instruments. There's an 8-string that I play these days, which is sort of a bass and guitar combined. I won't bore you with that right now. But under my feet, you might be wondering, where are the drums coming from? And basically, let me explain it to you. Under my left foot here, I've got just a bass drum, which is like it's a piece of wood with a microphone inside it, so it just makes that sound. And then I've got another very, very small instrument here. It's a snare drum, the world's smallest snare drum as well. It's about this big. It's called a firecracker, and you can hit that using this piece of dowel that I've attached to my foot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get some of this, you can go to Bunnings. It costs about $2.75 for a length of about 1,200 of it, and that's attached to my foot using a very technological device called an elastic band. Also, you can get those at Officeworks if anyone wants to. Usually about $2.75, I think. You can get about 50 of them. And under the right foot here is just a tambourine. Just rocks like that. So all together, drum kit. Thanks. I'm basically Melbourne's cheapest band. Saving a lot of money up here.
I thought you had a chopstick years ago.
Yeah, I've tried chopsticks. Tried everything actually. I've tried spoons and forks. So. And anyway, sometimes it's really nice to go back in history and just play some older stuff, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do. Very, very old tune, ladies and gentlemen. It's called You Always Hurt the One You Love by the Mills Brothers. And it's particularly significant to me because I just vividly remember poking soap into my sister's ear when I was about 6 years old, thinking it was really, really fun. You always hurt the one you love. Well, you always hurt the one you love, are the one you should have hurt. rush it until the petals fall. Always break the kindest heart with two hasty words you can't recall. So if I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most of all. Why you always hurt the one you love, or the one you shouldn't hurt at all? You always take the sweetest rose and crush it till the petals fall. You always break the kindest heart with two hasty words you can't recall. If I broke your heart last night, it's because I love you most. It's because I love you most. It's because I love you most. Oh, oh, oh. And that's a very expensive trumpet, that one. I don't bring it to every gig. I had to bring it all the way to Sydney from Melbourne. Actually, the only reason I can make that sound is because I swallowed a trumpet when I was about 5 years old. I was probably too busy poking soap into my sister's ear. Oh yeah, I'm going to play an original song for you, another original tune. This tune, ladies and gentlemen, it's based on a true story. It's called Jesus and Elvis, because they met once. It's a true story. Just wrote this song, think it's alright. I can play it for you if you like. You don't really have a choice. It's got this chorus, don't need no bridge. Goes a little something like this. Jesus and Elvis met them at the crossroads. Kicked to rock and watched it roll. The Pharisees think they to the devil was sold. Isn't now gonna save my soul? Way down south where the Mississippi's muddy and the color of stone is blue. You can always go to church on the Sunday, but the wolves won't stop howling at you. Jesus, Elvis met them devil was sold isn't now gonna save my soul. Hope no one minds if I just blow my own horn for a second. Like your soul's being saved, what you might want to do is you can clap your hands a little bit like this. Yeah! Oh, my soul been saved. My soul been saved. Yeah, my soul been saved. Yeah, that's right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to sing something. I just want you guys to sing it back to me, okay? Sing hallelujah. Yeah, there you go, Tim. As you can see, it's sort of the set's just sort of escalated, you know, from right down there, weeping to. Sometimes you just can't decide what you want to play. How about this? Down the way where the nights are gay, when the sun shines daily on a mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop, but I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. My heart was dead, though I've been from Maine to Mexico. Calypso music everywhere, and those dancing girls swaying to and fro. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Down at the market you can hear ladies yell while on their heads they bear. Ackee rice, so fish is nice, and the plum is fine any time of year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. singing over there. Over there. Well done, y'all. I've got one last song for you, folks. It's a little tune, and I'm definitely going to get you to join in on this one if that's all right. This one is another story. It's about a fellow called Miguel Chiffon, and it's about a card game. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure, but pretty sure the card game happened in Eastern Europe somewhere or Mexico. Haven't really decided. You can tell me later. Anyway, very easy to sing along with the chorus here. Quick rehearsal. What we do is, I go, Miguel Chiffon, and you guys go, son! And I go, you better run! And you go, run! Like that. Quick rehearsal. Miguel Chiffon, son! You better run! Run! Boy, you better hit the trail. Miguel Chiffon, son! You better run! Run! You ain't getting out on bail. Very good. Alright, no pressure at all. This is just being recorded for the BBC. Northern Beaches Radio. Almost the same. Alright, here we go. Now Miss Jane Sinclair, with her nose in the air, had fruit upon her hat. Walking down the street, just to save its feet, she would carry her Siamese cat. Straight from Czechoslovakia, she loved to party at casinos and have a bet. From bourgeois she hailed, she had such long nails it was hard to hold her cigarette. Her husband William Kelly had the bit of a belly and concern that she ignored. For he would carry her bags, but he was such a drag she was invariably bored. She would dream of when she was swamped by men asking her for a dance. For those holidays, weekends away, drinking cocktails in the south of France. Now George McCrell was a shark as well, holding a game of spades. And he was feeling frisky and he loved his whiskey, but he wasn't about to play charades. And Pierre Harry, just been married, only had a queen of hearts. But the two he just might leave better luck for when he picked up the next two cards. But so close to the chest, no one guessed they'd be fooled by a poker face. For the smartest one was Miguel Chiffon, who just picked up an ace. Miguel Chiffon, you better run. Boy, you better hit that trail. Miguel Chiffon, better run. You ain't getting out on bail. Well, now the last round of betting, intense it was getting, thinking he was counting cards. Well, the bouncer Wheeler just informed the dealer that Miguel Chiffon was barred. Justin William tried to adjust his tie, and he fainted on the floor. Jane yelled at him, "You're getting fat and you can't control your drink anymore." And Seth McFast, about to lose his house, tricked by Miguel Chiffon, was getting such a beating he accused him of cheating and reached down for his gun. Miguel Chiffon, you better run. Boy, you better hit that trail. Miguel Chiffon, better run. You ain't getting out on bail. Well, Wheeler grabbed his arm, and then a fire alarm, and everything went black. And through all the commotion came an explosion. Everyone jumped back, and before too long, the lights came on, and the police were on the scene. And through the fire and ash, Miguel Chiffon and all the cash were nowhere to be seen. Miguel Chiffon, you better run. Boy, you better hit that what's our phone? Better run. You ain't getting out on, baby. I'm Simon Phillips. Thank you, Andrew, for doing the sound. Gorgeous work, my friend. Take care, guys. We'll see you soon.
How good are you, man? How good are you? So much talent. So much talent. Thanks again, mate, for coming all the way from Melbourne. Really appreciate it.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to have a 20-minute break, so talk yourselves and drink yourselves as fast as you can, and we'll get a completely different sort of act back for you.